10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Wait, why am I counting down? It's offset. Let's go. Hey guys. Hey, what's up guys? Bongonzo here. So today what we're doing is we're making a beat in this live stream. I don't know how long this live stream is going to be. But what I can tell you is that it's going to be fire. So let's get right into it. I'm going to open up Cakewalk right now. And I don't know how many are watching, but I have a question. How many of you actually use Cakewalk? Because I'm surprised that like about half of my subscribers do actually Cakewalk stuff. And it just makes me surprised. I'm like, I figured that everyone would be doing Cakewalk stuff. I know you do Cakewalk. Wait, how's her name again? Claps. Wait. Clips if why. Okay. Clips if why. So I know you do Cakewalk stuff. Are there other people in the comments? Okay. Clacks. What is up with the clacks and the clips and the Clacks A01 use Cakewalk? Okay. Well, I have Cakewalk open right now. Let's get things going. Screen with ticker. Bam. Welcome. Okay, should I do a beat with a loop already set, or should I make a beat from scratch? Loop set or loop scratch? What is the answer? I think I'm gonna start one from scratch. Okay, I'm gonna start it with X-Band because I had a couple people ask about X-Band a little while ago. Okay, from scratch it sounds like. Yeah, Daz Shelton. Yeah, you just keep going. We've been talking a little bit in Discord and stuff like that. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask me. I'll get back to you as fast as I possibly can, Daz. And I can help you on just about everything you need. Get out a piano. Here it is. Oh. Uh-oh. Where's all my sound? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a beat around 145 beats per minute today. And in F minor. Sorry, let's go. Here we go. Here we go. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm not going to really focus on what scale I make my stuff in. I'm just going to like transpose it into F minor later. So just like this. This is C minor, I believe. This isn't even on the right scale. Here we go. Here you go. So what I usually do when I make my when I usually make my beats, I'm making them all in the piano roll, which is why I said I had Dax. You asked in the Discord server what MIDI controller you should use, and I basically said you don't really need one because like I'm making all my beats out of. go like this. So yeah, I'm just gonna do something like this. What do you mean it won't let you go on the piano roll? If you want to go on the piano roll, what you got to do is you got to click on the track you want to do, and like the empty space here, click on it once, the left click, and then right click there, and then go to View, Piano Roll View, and then you'll open this up, and then hit Shift D to open it all the way. Then you can place whatever you want in place. Is that helpful? Clicks if Y. Clicks iffy. That's pretty good. We're going to extend some of these notes. I'm going to extend them even more than this, but just so that they fill all the space for now. It blanks it out. Are you using a MIDI track? Because you can only place MIDI notes on MIDI tracks. Let me show you the difference. If you go up to this plus sign here and add a track and then choose audio, then you can't place any MIDI stuff there. I mean, you can open it, but it doesn't actually like allow you to place anything. If you do place something, it's not actually on that audio track. But if we delete that real quick by right clicking delete track, if you go plus sign here and then go to instrument and then change this MIDI instrument to whatever you have on your computer, like complete control, hit create. Then here's what complete control looks like. And you're able to click, right click, view, piano roll view, and there it is. Does that help? No problem, no problem, clicks if Y. Clicks if Y. Yeah, assuming that this doesn't get copyrighted or anything like that, this video will be public after this live stream is done. But if it's not public, you can actually like bookmark this tab, and I'll leave it unlisted, and then you can then you can check it out. Okay, now I'm gonna transpose this up an octave. I'm gonna copy it up an octave. And then I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna right click here, process effects, MIDI effects, uncategorized, quantize, and then I'm gonna turn up the random a tiny bit. I'm also going to vary the velocity of the notes. I need to add more to this melody. Do I have to be good on the keyboard to play it? As of right now, I haven't even played anything in. Which means you don't necessarily have to be good at playing the keyboard to be good at making beats. I'm going to play something in right now. But I guess you don't really you don't necessarily just a second. Just a second. Sorry. Sorry, I just had a problem there. Wait a second. Sorry, I'm having difficulties. Okay, we're good. Good. Thank you. Sorry. So what was the question? Do you have to be good at keyboard to play it? You don't need to know how to use the keyboard to even make beats. Like, you honestly don't. There are plenty of people who don't even own a MIDI controller and make amazing beats. You don't necessarily have to even know how to use the keyboard to make good beats. Like to make good piano stuff and stuff like that. I'm going to play something in right now, which kind of shows that knowing how to use the keyboard is helpful, but it's not that essential. That's what I'm going to record in real quick. I saw your question, but I'm going to answer it in just a second. What? I forgot about that. Sorry. Okay, so your question was, do you record when you add stuff in? When I'm experimenting around, I don't add stuff. I don't hit the record button. But when I am done and I'm ready to actually like lay it down, I will record it. If that makes any sense. It's not. Uh-oh. How do you unhide stuff? I hate that this is a feature. Keyboard shortcuts. Lag. Please don't crash. There you go. Sorry. There's a feature if you hit Control H, it hides your track, and I don't like that because it's right next to Control J, which is combine all clips. So what were we saying? Yeah, I don't, because some people I know like will mess around on their keyboard, and then when they like something, they will draw it in by hand. But no, I just recorded it manually. So now I'm gonna transpose this down a bit because I just want to hear what it sounds like down. I think that's the number one key I could teach someone. If you're not feeling inspired about your if you're not feeling inspired about how melody sounds, transpose it around. Yep, the clicking was the metronome. I don't know if it was you who asked about the asked about the different tracks of no, never mind. There was someone who asked me about how to split these different tracks on Xband, and that's not possible. Yeah, I like that organ. I'm going to go like this. Copy the MIDI. Yeah, I like that organ. I'm gonna send all of these tracks. I'm gonna send these tracks to a melody bus. And I'm gonna have halftime on that bus. I think I'm actually going to keep it as only a one measure slowdown. recording that in. That's fire. Oops. Okay, so now I'm gonna add backmask on this. Maybe I can find something glitchy that I can add. That's fire. Whoa. See, it's only a little bit, it's only a little change, but that one little plugin will make it sound just a little bit more, a little bit less perfect. A little bit of change will make a big difference. I'm gonna record something in like that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll just record something anyway. There's one sound here that needs a reverb. Okay, last sound. I'm gonna get not that. I'm gonna get a vocal chop from Complete Control. You're asking about how to use the sampler? Did you ask what's a reverb? I would assume you know what reverb is. Reverb is a sound effect. It's like a sound. It's like a. There are several different types of reverb plugins. Reverb in general just makes it sound a little bit like wider and sounds like it has more space compared to this. Oh, sorry. Let me show you the difference. If I play it without it, oh no, I can't do that. If I play without reverb, I'm gonna do the vocal chop, and I'm gonna have to have reverb on the vocal chop. Samples. What sound effects have vocal chops? Maybe Andromeda does. Yep. So that's what the sounds like dry. Okay. Sorry. I got really confused. I'm like, how am I supposed to explain what reverb is? That's fire. That is fire. Okay, let's try that out. Yeah, that's fire. I'm gonna see what it sounds like if I copy it down an octave. Nope, I'm going to use a vocal plugin called Pitch Proof, and then I'm gonna have like an internal like copy down an octave by doing this, putting it towards the beginning. I didn't want to ask, are you serious that you don't know what reverb was? But then I'm like, I mean, there's probably someone out there who doesn't know what reverb is, so I'm just gonna explain it to him. Hopefully that if it doesn't help him, it helps someone else. Okay. 808. That's a pretty solid melody. I got this 808 like a week ago. I actually have a video about this 808 in this sample pack that came out today. Hey Lost Soul, hey Dwayne. I'm glad you guys like Cakewalk. For all of those who use MIDI controllers, do you play your 808s in, or do you draw your 808s in? Or do you not use 808s because you're a weirdo? Yeah, 100%. I was telling you in that video that these are all the plugins that I use, and they are literally all the plugins I use. I have a couple paid plugins, but like, no, like 100%. I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna hide any secrets from you. Those are every single one of the free plugins I have. In fact, like look on the sidebar over here. I have Gralien, I have Simple Side, Backmask, Ozone Imager, Surround Sound, M Spectral Pan, Guitar Rig, TDR Nova, Valhalla Frequency Echo. Like all the plugins that I talked about are literally right here. It's not like I had a special thing just for that one video. Yeah, I every once in a while I'll draw them in, but I really pretty much only play them in. Simply because like I don't know, they just feel better when they're played in. But oftentimes I'll play them in and then I'll tweak them later like by like changing or adding or replacing notes or something like that. 100%, so am I. I noticed when I did that video, like during the intro of the video, I expected that I would have about 30 free plugins, but then when I was actually going through my plugins, I'm like, shoot, I have like 52 or 51 free plugins. Yep, I feel like I get a better feel for the beat when I play them in. Okay. Curtis King put out a Cupcake sample pack. A sample pack he called Cupcake, and it's pretty fire. $370 free plugins? That doesn't even sound possible. Okay, here's my question for you. Out of all of those plugins, would you say that there are about at least 100 plugins that you don't even touch? Like, how many of those plugins do you like use on a regular basis? Like, you can't do a beat without them. How many plugins do you think does everyone else think they have? I would say that of all the plugins I have, I probably have around 60 to 65 plugins. About 20 of which I never touch. I'm gonna delete all of the tracks I'm not using. Thanks, Dwayne. Oh, what am I gonna call this beat? No, just for you. I'm gonna call it Wade. Because your name is Dwayne. Do you get it? Yeah. I think I could probably go down. I could probably get rid of about 20 plugins and not feel too bad. Exactly. But that's the thing, like, Daz, plugins are easy to install. Yeah, plugins are easy to install. Just for you, Dwayne, just for you, Daz, I think I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Actually, it might be kind of hard. No, I'm actually not going to do it. But I might shoot a video about it later tonight showing how to do it and then post it in like a couple weeks. Plugins are really easy to install, which I think is the thing. That it's like, it's really easy to think that you're missing out. Because even I fall in the trap sometimes where I'm like, I'll see an effect that someone else uses that's really cool in my head, and I think, instead of thinking about how I can make it myself, I think I first of all think like, oh, he must have a plugin that I don't have. Let me try to find a plugin that can do it. I can't even imagine having 370 plugins though. I feel like I'd be overwhelmed. Like, for example, you hear a cool flute on a song, and the first thing you think of, I need to get a plugin that can make that cool flute sound. Instead of thinking, I wonder if one of my plugins that I already have has a good flute sound. Thanks, dude. Whoa, it's glitching. Zoomed in too far. How do I level each to know my mix is good? Well, my PC has a volume. Okay, so how this works is your DAW has an output volume coming out of your master track, going into your PC. The PC goes into your interface, the interface goes into your speakers, your monitors. So what I usually do is I have my monitor/interface relatively high so that I can keep my PC low, if that makes any sense. So like, for example, I'll keep my DAW at a relatively normal tempo, volume. When I'm finished, my beat will be around -3 dB. Right now it's at like -12. When I finish, it will be around -3 dB before I do mastering and stuff like that. Anyway, and then that -12 signal that's coming out right now is going into a 70% volume on my PC. And then I keep my speakers pretty high so that I can go like to 50%. And I can still hear everything nice. What I really, because the PC can't go very loud. So like the thing is that if you have your speakers low or your interface low, then you'll have to crank your PC up to like 100% to even hear yourself. So you should be able to have some headroom so that you can go from like 60% and still you hear yourself really good. If that makes any sense. The key is to be quiet enough, have your speakers loud enough that you can hear it at all times. Because it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to fine tune your stuff when you only have to click your master buttons on your keyboard. You're not gonna want to. It's very hard when your PC is at 100% and you can't get any louder, and you want to get louder. If that makes any sense. If you want to get louder, you want to have headroom to get louder. Okay, now I'm going to go on the master track and put a soft clipper. I've been really enjoying doing that recently. that scare anyone? How do I use normal piano? I don't know what you mean by normal piano. I got pretty comfortable with it pretty fast. I got pretty comfortable with Cakewalk pretty fast. Like, Cakewalk isn't very hard to work around, in my opinion. I will say that I do mean that I do say that I've been making beats for a pretty long time, and I'm also give myself a lot of challenges. Like, okay, guys, okay, I'll literally like tell myself I'll be 100% alone in my room. I won't even be recording a video, and I'll be just like, okay, Bongonzo, you gotta finish a beat in 10 minutes, and I'll set a timer on my clock, and I'll make the entire beat in 10 minutes, and then I'll show my friends and stuff like that, and they'll tell me what I did wrong and stuff like that. But I've done a lot of 10-minute things in my life, and not because I want to have like views on YouTube or anything, because I know those videos do get you views on YouTube, but I'm just like, I want to be able to make beats faster, because I think that I should be able to put out my ideas faster. Oof, Sonar days. It's a long time. Yeah, if you don't know, Cakewalk was Sonar went out of business because they were owned by a company, I believe Gibson, that went out of business, and then Cakewalk was bought, and Sonar was bought by BandLab, which renamed it Cakewalk. Open hat. This is the Andromeda kit by Kyle Beats, went out recently, and I'm not a huge fan of most of their sounds, but they have a really fire open hat. Like, that is the stuff. Yep, 100%. I never want to spend more than 15 minutes on a sound at a time. I lose my inspiration if I spend too long on one sound. Yeah, I would recommend don't spend more than 10 minutes on one sound. Or at least, like, don't like spend more than 10 minutes like fine tuning something. Like, if you think there's too much low end in a piano and you're spending 10 minutes cutting out the low end, then you need to move on, because there's no way that, because you're, yeah, It's fine to spend like 10 minutes like doing the melody for like the MIDI and stuff like that, like drawing it in, but it's not fine to be spending too much time on one little tiny thing. There's some latency between my keyboard and my DAW right now. Probably because I'm streaming. Streaming takes a lot of stuff on your computer. I think everything's like a half step off. Okay, turn that down. Yep, I do that a lot actually. I might as well do it now because some of these melodies are good enough to be done. Yeah, I'm doing a rock beat right now. In my free time, it's actually a collab, but it's basically a rock, heavy metal kind of beat, and there are so many tracks on that beat, and almost all of them are frozen. Because it's like insane how many plugins I have on that thing. So much distortion. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but the song is getting there. It's pretty close to being finished. I just don't really know what I'm doing. And I was told to mix it apparently, so yay me. Oof. Shoot, that's so much latency. Oh, sorry. Can't wait to hear the metal track. Yeah, I'm going to make a video about it, just saying what I learned, because I've learned so much making a metal track, because it's so much different than everything else I do. So I've learned so much about mixing, just become from doing that thing. Yeah, the magic comes in the arrangement, in every single genre. This beat might kind of sound boring right now, but just wait. How to bounce VSTC audio? Yeah, no problem. Basically, what you got to do is click on a track that you want to bounce. Like, I want to bounce this hi-hat right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down this little thing so I can see like everything that's going on in here. And then this little freeze synth button, I just click it. It's going to say mixing down audio at the top. And bada bing, bada boom, it's now audio. And that's what it looks like. I'm actually going to change this 808. I want to see what it sounds like if I do. Okay, how to play all the tracks at the same time so you hear the instruments. Basically, as long as you don't have anything muted or anything soloed, all the tracks will be playing at any time. if you want to just hear a certain instrument, you can like solo them by hitting the S, and then you won't hear anything except for those two. If you don't want to hear them at all, you can just hit the mute button. Then everything except for those will be played. Yeah, unless something's going on, you shouldn't have any problems with hearing your instruments. No problem. It's all good. Clax 01. Yeah, I actually don't even look at the key of my 808s because I've actually thought to myself, okay, let's say you have a piano that is playing in C, but you have an 808 that's tuned to a D. What I do instead of like let's say your piano is playing a C major, so you would want to have your 808 playing a C pitch. But instead of placing a note on the letter C, what I do is I basically just use my ear, and whatever note sounds like a C is the one I play. If that makes any sense. Now that is a problem if you're changing your 808s throughout the thing, because then your 808 gets like out of pitch. But I mean, this one's actually tuned to C. Now that I think about it, almost all of my 808s are tuned to a C. So that therefore this one's an F because my thing's in the key of F. But yeah, I don't even like listen. I don't even look at the notes that my 808 is playing. I just like listen to what the 808 should be playing, and then I play it on my keyboard. But I don't use Melodyne because Melodyne is no longer free to Cakewalk / Sonar users. I believe at some point it was free to Sonar users, but Cakewalk only has a demo version of Melodyne. That's pretty nice. Okay, join those together. I didn't get any latency there. What do you mean for all the producer talk? I mean, I 100%, if you're like I have no problem with talking all the producer lingo, because I think that anyone who doesn't know the producer lingo should learn it just by being immersed in it. If that's what you're saying. I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to stretch it around. I saw a comment. Let's see. Yeah. What you got to do, Mazdazia 7. What you got to do is you got to change it in the actual microphone preferences. So I don't know if I can show it to you right now. I'm gonna quick turn it to black and see if I can show it to you, because I want to help you right now. I'm gonna quick see if I can find the settings where you can do it. I'm not sure if I can do it. Nope, that's not it. Manage input devices. I don't know how to do it, but what you got to do is you got to change the gain of your microphone, and it's a setting inside of your computer. Basically, what you got to do is I don't know how to find it, but I'll maybe link it to you if you can email me or something like that. Email me a question about it at bongonzoyt@gmail.com, and I will find a link and a tutorial and a quick little demonstration of how to do it. Basically, what you gotta do is you gotta turn your gain up. What it sounds like is the fact that your microphone is quiet. It probably means that your gain is around 15%, and therefore, you have to be super duper duper loud in order for the microphone to pick up you without the background noise. Because if you have your microphone at gain at 15%, and then you turn it up and then you turn up the DVs in your DAW, what will happen is you'll hear your voice, but you're also going to hear all of the outside sound around you. So what you gotta do is you gotta put your sound at about 80% or maybe 60%, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a lot of your voice, but you're not gonna get any of the outside sound. If you are still hearing just a tiny bit of sound, like if you want to make it about 4% better, you can use a what is it called? Oh, a gate compressor. So basically what that does is if your audio is under if it's under negative 20 dB, it just deletes it. But that's not going to help, because if you have your microphone at a low volume, if you have your microphone at a low gain, what's going to happen is when you boost it in your DAW, it's going to boost your voice and it's going to boost all of the excess bad sounds. And then your voice and your bad sounds are going to be the same volume, and then you can't gate the bad sounds out of the way. So if you want to fix that, basically you just got to re-record everything and fix it in the preferences of your microphone settings. Yeah, email me at bongonzoyt@gmail.com, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. I just can't find it at the moment right now. I am extremely impressed that I spoke about all that stuff and I didn't even get anyone leaving the stream. Yeah, we'll figure it out together. Email me and we'll figure it out. 100%. I will not sleep until this problem is solved. I thought... Am I tripping? How do you stretch this audio clip? Come on. You hold Control and Shift, and then you just click on the end, and it pulls out, just like I do on this. Huh, that's weird. I don't know. Are there two of them there? What in the world? Oh, I see why this is happening. Let me go like this. Bring the loop here. What in the world? Drag here. Mute this. Haha. Hey AJ, how are you doing today? Making a beat here. I'm really enjoying making percussion sounds out of snares. I'll take a snare like this, and then I'll add a percussion strip, which is a default plugin built into Cakewalk. And then I'll make... I'll make it softer by turning down the attack. And I'll turn down the release and stuff. That's a good sound. Yeah, I've been really busy this week too. I'm actually gonna do some snare rolls with this sound. And I haven't finished a beat this morning. I was working on 3 different beats this morning though. I just did some touch-ups. Because I have a whole bunch of really important jobs that need to be finished. For videos and stuff like that, and collabs and other things like that. I've kept myself busy with making beats, but I haven't been on my strict schedule like I had before. Like before I had a schedule of finishing at least 4 beats a week. And this week I've only been able to get in the studio I've only been able to make beats like every other day. I probably won't make a reggae beat. And if I do make a reggae beat, it would probably be more trap than reggae, but have like elements of reggae. Okay, I'll get to AJ's questions first. Basically, all of these like 808s, kicks, hi-hats, snares, all that kind of stuff is all I put each sound individually in a sampler. And I use the sampler called Complete Control. Basically, you have to download this plugin and then install it into Cakewalk. And once you've gotten all that done, click Files here, and you can actually choose a sound you want, like this hi-hat. And then it's all pitched around. And then you can like draw in, and then you can actually draw in where you want the MIDI notes to be, and it'll pitch them for every single line. That is how you pitch one-shots. You can't do it by hand. Technically you could, but it's not very efficient to do it by hand by like dragging audio clips in. Simply because like that is a lot of different audio files that are playing in a very short amount of time. I've heard about the Matrix View, and I've actually looked it up because I had another person recommend that I try out the Matrix View. I have not tried it out yet, but I feel like I might want to in the future just for a interesting video. It's a part of Cakewalk that I've never even thought about using, but it's potentially nice. Basically, what the matrix view is like putting all of your clips, like your MIDI clips and your audio clips, into like a grid, and then you can play those notes in a grid. Play those notes on a grid, like on a MIDI controller that has like drum pads. That was a bad explanation. A link to that sampler. The sampler is called. You find the sampler in the package called Complete Start. If you type in Complete Start plugins, I'll link that. That link I just put on is for Complete Start with the Complete Control one that I use. And you can do it with ADSR sampler. You can. But the problem is that ADSR sampler isn't quite as good as Complete Control. Like, it doesn't have as many capabilities. And also, it's very laggy, and it often crashes my computer, which is why I don't use it anymore. I used to use it a lot, but I don't use it anymore. Nothing against people who do use ADSR. It's just that it crashes a lot, and I don't really want to recommend something that crashes a lot. So, yeah. Oh, I have an idea. I need to vary up these melodies a bit. Yeah, sorry, AJ. I didn't check the comments. Basically what you do is when you open up a new complete control, you make the new instrument, the MIDI instrument, complete control instrument, and push create. You're gonna open up this kind of screen right here. And basically what you gotta do is click files here, and it's gonna show you all of the files you have on your entire computer. It's gonna show you the C drive, D drive, F drive. The F drive is my USB drive that I carry around with me if I'm going anywhere. And samples, I have a folder called samples, which is where I keep all my stuff. I'm going to click on the cursed drum kit that I have, and I'm going to click on it, and these are all the sounds in that one folder. And you just click a sample, and you can just click anything you want, and there you go. Now it's loaded when you have it onto the slide screen. And then you can play anywhere on your keyboard, and it automatically plays as if it was like a VST instrument, as if it was like, you know, Free Alpha or any of those other instruments. Now what you got to do is basically just go into the MIDI window, just like you would with a normal instrument. And now that you have the MIDI window open, you can place these notes in, and every single note is a different pitch. In fact, let's listen to what the sounds are now. It's clearly different pitches. That's basically all you got to do. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Yeah. Hopefully that helps. I've actually got to go. I realize I have something to do. I'm gonna quick see if I can add anything or subtract anything from this section of the beat, and I'm gonna arrange it, and then this will be my last beat. In order to use the sampler like I just did, you have to have that particular plugin. Yes. Okay, fire. Now I'm going to go Control A, Control drag to copy it around. And bada bing, bada boom, we've got a 3-minute beat. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the live stream. This is a great beat. Great job. This has really turned out great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, there are still things I want to tweak on this to make it a little bit better. In fact, I'm not even going to copy that section over because I still have stuff to do. No problem, guys. If you want to make the piano roll lighter, do you mean like the clip light lighter? Because you can actually just drag from the edge and make this section longer. If you want to know how to make a note longer, what you can do is when you have the MIDI roll open, you can actually click on the edge of a note, and you can extend it in any way you want to. You can make it shorter or longer. If you're asking how to see more of the piano roll, you can hold Alt while you use your scroll wheel, and it zooms you in and out, which is a good way to move around your song if you need to. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Yeah, I'm done here. What's going on? See you guys later.